Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. It's Big John, aka the Amazing Fasting Fat Man, aka the Incredible Shrinking Man. And today is day 55. Yeah, 55 of my second extended water fast. And boy, does the time fly. Like I remember the first fast, it just seemed like to take forever, but now I'm already on day 55. I barely felt it. But anyway, before I get into the program, let's jump to the scale and see what I weigh on day 55 of my second extended water fast. $226 even, $226 even. Okay, 226. I have officially lost over 300 pounds in 1 year, in less than a year. So what we're able to achieve when we put our mind to it is just incredible. Because if you were to talk to me on December 9th and tell me, look, all you gotta do is X, Y, and Z and you're gonna lose 200 pounds in 1 year, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. But then, I would just put in my mind that you're full of crap and allow the addiction to continue to control my life. And it's funny too, because like the other day I sat and I had a philosophical moment where I thought about that fateful day when I couldn't get off the couch, and I felt that my son may be in danger, and I couldn't get off quick enough in order to stop him from crawling into the kitchen. I mean, I eventually did get up, but it was the realization that I had gotten so heavy that it was a strain to get off the couch, and therefore I put my son in danger. That led to a cascading effect that eventually led to this point right here, where I'm sitting before you after starting out weighing 530 pounds. So like I sat back and I wondered, like, what if I was able to get off the couch and stop him? Would I ever take my health seriously? I don't think so. I think God put things in your way, or better yet, God sends you signals to change your life, and you have to interpret those. It was very serendipitous that my son happened to try to crawl that direction. Well, first off, he was crawling. He tried to crawl that direction, and I couldn't get off the couch. And as a result, look at this: 304 pounds lighter in less than a year. Like, that's how quick, like, your life could change. And I'm saying this to tell you guys out there that it's all within you. Like, there's nothing special about me. Seriously. Like, I've been morbidly obese, like, for most of my life. So it's not like, I became morbidly obese and was like, oh my God, I can't be this size, I'm going to change. No, I kept making excuses. Yeah, I would lose weight, I would gain it back. My addiction to food was too powerful. My need to satisfy my inner id, if you follow Freudian psychology, was too powerful. So it was just about like feeding and everything else. As much as I love my wife, as much as I love my family, the truth is I loved food more. That's the truth. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't put my life in jeopardy and threaten, heartache to my wife, threaten heartache to my mother, heartache to my family by my premature death because I couldn't control my eating. So food was more important. It is no longer. It is no longer. But anyway, a couple of you guys asked about the loose skin. Well, not so much asked about loose skin, but really said that you didn't notice, like you can't really tell that I have loose skin. It's just the clothing I'm wearing. Trust me, I have it. Look, let me show you. Look at this. You see, it's a bit dark, but look, this right here is loose skin. This right here that I'm holding, like my actual arm is really this thin, you know? And this right here, this jiggly spot is the loose skin. And it's throughout, you know, but I'm not one of those people who could like sit there with my shirt off and like flap about. That's just never been me. But like I do believe autophagy will take care of the loose skin. When I'm done fasting on the 10th, after the refeed, and the refeed will be shorter this time around. I'm planning on probably doing a 5-6 day refeed. But after the refeed, I'm going back to the gym. And also my regimen is going to be OMAD as you know it, but I'm going to finally do the alternate day fasting. More so, because I've wanted to try it out, but I jump into the full fast. But also, a lot of you guys follow me. I'm pretty much the experiment as to what works. So, you guys can see for yourself how alternate day fasting OMAD works and how much weight is lost during that time frame. And I'm going to do the alternate day fasting whether or not I get to 195 by the 10th. Like, I'm definitely doing it. As for the 195 goal, again, guys, look, it's a goal I set for myself. I aim high so that if I fall short, I'm still higher than where I started out from. So if I get to 195 by the 10th, wonderful. Aces. That is fantastic. That's powerful considering throughout my life when I set goals for myself when it comes to weight loss, I've been failing left and right. But now I have been succeeding. 300 pounds in less than a year is succeeding. As a matter of fact, I have a quick clip for you guys. I don't know if you guys remember. I told you guys, I think it was before I started the second fast, that I had just purchased a coat that like was real snug on me. It's a 2X, and I expect to fit it by December. The thing is, I fit in that coat now. Check it out. As you can see, 2XT, and I told you guys I have to wear the tall because of my now sagging belly, but I have that lopsided belly things I told you guys about. But anyway, this is the jacket that when I bought it, I think about a month and a half ago, it was very snug, but now I wish you guys could see this room, but more importantly, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Just in time for the winter. It's cold as hell out here in New York, and the other New Yorkers could attest to this. But here I am in a 2XL jacket, Columbia, right? And it fits lovely. I have no problem. And last winter, I was wearing a 6L jacket that, believe it or not, I couldn't close. I had to wear sweaters underneath it when it was cold. Like, I could close it, but the inside linings were starting to rip because I became so big. My next goal was to get a 7X jacket, and here I am, 2X jackets. This is what's possible. This is what you could do. This is being done. I'm out here to prove to you guys that you can do it too. If I could do it, you could do it. You see, and that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That's a non-scale victory. To be able to fit into a 2X coat where last year I was wearing a 6X. And not only was a 6X, but it was a 6X like when I would close it, it was also snug, and I ripped the inner lining because I was just all over. I couldn't sit in the car and drive. I had to always leave it open because once you sit, like a lot of you heavy people know what I'm talking about. Like when you sit, all this spreads out. So like if you're wearing a shirt, a button down shirt, if you're wearing a coat, Like if it's a button-down shirt, you gotta watch it because the button might pop and pop someone's eyes out. And I'm not even exaggerating. That's why, like, you guys have always saw me in t-shirts because they stretch, and that's just what I'm used to wearing. But now, as I get smaller, I can start wearing button-down shirts and like really show off the new physique. Well, minus this, of course, but you guys get what I'm saying. Um, the other thing some of you guys asked about was regret. If I regret ending the first fast when I did, considering how close I am to my goal, or if I regret not starting the fast a month earlier, you know, honestly, no. I have no regret on neither front. First off, on the first fast, I'm glad I ended it when I did, because if you guys remember, I became impacted. I had a fecal impaction. Fecal impaction are life-threatening. They could kill you. And I didn't know. As far as I was concerned, I was just constipated. You guys remember I tried different things for the constipation, but I figured it was par for the course because Angus Barbieri, and if you're not familiar with Angus Barbieri, he's the man who fasted for 382 days, right? You guys could look him up. And I also have a link to his medical report and stuff like that in the description box. But Angus Barbieri, he would go like 20, 21 days between bowel movements. So to me, it was like, okay, it's normal, it's expected. I'm a little backed up. When I start eating, things will flow again. But I was impacted. So if I had kept fasting 180, 210, up until I reached 195, who knows if I would have been around. So like, I'm glad I ended that first fast because, there was a medical risk that got addressed and taken care of. Now, as for starting it earlier, again, no regrets. I started when I started it, and again, I'm going to get to 195. That is absolute. I mean, it's not a question of like, well, I'm going to keep. No, my whole lifestyle, my whole changes to the OMAD lifestyle, my whole eating, my rejection of fast food, treating all that as toxic, staying away from sugary drinks, eating only healthy. That's going to get me to 195 regardless. Like, even if I didn't do the alternate day fasting OMAD, I would naturally get down to 195. That's a given. So I'm not worried about it at all. And I have no regrets. Guys, I just lost over 300 pounds in less than a year. There's no regrets here. There's absolutely no regrets here. It's just nothing but elation. I'm a 2X. This shirt right here is a 2X. Oh, also my t-shirt store. This is not my t-shirt store, so I don't want you guys to say like, that's a clever shirt, I'm going to go to the Fatman store and get it. No, this is not my t-shirt store. This shirt right here is a gift from my wife. One of the shirts that she bought it in a 2X back when I was still 4X, believe it or not, because she had the confidence that I would definitely get to this size. That's one. Two, she also bought it because she knew that in college, I used to tell her about my heydays in college and listening to Pink Floyd, and the bongs and all the other nonsense that, we go through in college. So being that I was a psych major in college and I listened to Pink Floyd, she thought this shirt would be very clever, and I thought it was too. But anyway, this is not my t-shirt store. The link for my t-shirt store, or at least the link for my t-shirt store is in the description box, as well as all the supplements I took during the last fast, all the supplements I'm taking during this fast, the breath spray to help combat Keto Breath, and Sauna 7, which I take every week to make sure that I am regular. All that's in the description box. Oh, someone else asked how my getting smaller affects my relationship romantically, pretty much. Well, think of it like this, right? I'm more energetic, right? More flexible. I can move a lot more, and I don't have to move things out the way. So yes, that department has improved. Absolutely. There was nothing wrong with it. Obviously, I have a toddler, but it has drastically improved because there's more energy, there's more everything. Like, I'm not getting tired. Yes, and that, I told them I didn't want to address it at first. My wife pretty much was like, you tell that guy to mind his business. But, I feel that, for those of us who are taking this journey and for those of us who are going to start this journey, all information is relevant. And if that information is relevant to him, then yes, aside from the fact that you want to be healthy, you want to be healthy. I feel healthy every day. The non-scale victories are piling up, and it is absolutely wonderful. When I was bigger, I wouldn't even walk to the grocery store. The grocery store could be 2-3 blocks away. I wouldn't even walk to the grocery store. I'd jump in the car to go to the grocery store 2-3 blocks away when I could just easily walk it. Now I'm walking like 2-3 hours with no problem. Now I don't keep my son out 2-3 hours, an hour and a half whatsoever. But I've started a new routine where, like, when the wife comes home, I'll go for a nice little stroll with my headphones on, where I could stay out longer because, again, it's cold outside. You don't want to keep your infant outside in the cold too long. So I'm cutting my daytime walks with him short so that I could do a little evening stroll later on when the wife gets home. But anyway, guys, I've lost 300 pounds in a year. So this is real, and when I get to 195, I don't know what kind of dance I'm going to do. I'm probably going to have to hire choreographers because I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, subscribe, more importantly, share. Save a life.